Hello and welcome to Doctor versus Bozo, musical extravaganza variety show Esquire.
Esquire.
Our
Could
show
our
can now
name?
practice law.
You can practice law?
Our show can. I
Our sh
can't.
Okay, I'm picturing like the submission of the court documents, and it's like you were being sued by Bozo versus Doctor, Doctor versus Bozo. I can't even remember the name of our own show. Maybe because it's so long.
I'm just gonna start calling it like DVB.
Oh, DVB is good.
Um, I'm Bozo. I'm Lyman. Who are you?
Hey, I'm Ginny. I'm Doctor. Da, da, da.
You got
Okay,
the cap to prove it.
right? I do. There it is. Okay, I know we said we're not going to tell stories this episode because we're going to get straight to the point, but I'm a rule breaker. Sometimes my mom gets sick and like we have to spend a little time in the hospital and one of the things that she does is like the doctor will come in and she'll be like, "My daughter's a doctor too." And they're like, "Oh yeah, what's your specialty?" And I'm like, music, specifically the flute." Um, okay.
When will parents stop embarrassing their children?
I know. I'm too old for that.
I mean, you're a doctor, but like, not a medical doctor.
Right? Like, it's just the word that's the same. Anyways, that was my one anecdote.
So I wanted to get into something that we got into a little bit last week or a couple weeks ago about
Okay.
the six diminished scale, the Barry Harris concept.
Ah, yes. Okay, so I have a little bit of like, and
Yes, please express your thoughts.
I thought summed it up pretty well. No.
Mhm.
No, I just felt a little frustrated because like I know how much you like respect Barry Harris' teaching and like the way he does stuff, but like man, that was some thick thick material. And like I as a person with a doctorate in music who has like taught music theory classes, am like I can't remember anything that I like learned. Even the stuff that we like stop and figured out, like I don't remember it because it wasn't like meaningful. I didn't get to practice it. I like So anyways, I'm excited to hear your take because I'm hoping you might up the like pedagogy level a little bit and maybe I'll be able to like use what I learn and remember it, which is very important to me.
So, the thing that stuck out to me is a lot of Barry's concepts are to me are brilliantly named. Six diminished scale. All that is a six chord and a diminished chord. Six diminished. That's your scale. And then you play the inversions of your sixth chord, the inversions of your diminished chord. I like those because of the same shape on the guitar.
Oh yeah, that is nice.
You gotta get four for the sixth chord. And to me, that's what that is, a six chord and a diminished chord. And it gives us scales of chords.
Dude, you're already hurting my feelings because in I know, look at that face. You're already hurting my feelings because in classical music, a sixth chord is like typically the minor chord like built on the sixth note of the scale and there's like nothing said about inversions, whatever, but you're talking, are you saying a sixth chord or still
Sixth.
a
Sixth.
sixth?
Sixth.
So I maybe we like emphasize the because what you mean by that is a chord that has an added note that's like a sixth above the root.
Yes. C major triad with a six.
So with an A, but you still keep all the other notes. You just added the A.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay.
That's jazz chord terminology. Like,
Yeah. I hate that it's so different. And I am old enough. Cool, Jenny. I'm old enough that like I went to school when everything was really separated. Like if you took a jazz class, cool, but like my regular theory class, I didn't learn any additional like terminology for like jazz chords or like the different symbols. For things I only learned the like classical notation, and the stuff that I know about other symbols is just from like my own tinkering around. We learned like the same theory, but we labeled it all with the like fancy pants uh classical theorist terms. So it takes me a second. I have to like translate it in my head. Okay, but I feel better having vented my hurt feelings. Can you continue speaking on your
Yes,
six diminished chords?
yes, and something that jumped out to me as a guitar player is, and this might even be a little bit of a better way to think about it. Uh, C sixth um, has the same letters in it as A minor 7.
Okay.
C E G A versus A C E G.
Mm-hmm.
Those are the letters. Um, so this chord I can use as a C chord or an A minor chord. So this is all my C or A minor, and these are the dominants of C or A minor. I already feel like I'm losing you.
Yeah, because they're diminished chords. I guess they can have dominant function, although I will say I said that to a music theorist once, and they were like, no, they can't. Where did you get that? And I'm a huge nerd. I know they were nice about it. I added the sass. But they were like, where did you learn this? And I was like, it was in my textbook for like Theory 101 or whatever. And because I'm a nerd, I still had that textbook. So I went home and I looked it up and I marked it with a post-it and I put it in their box. And I was like, this is why I thought that.
So my turn for an anecdote.
Yeah,
I posted a video playing upright bass like years and years ago. Um,
years and years ago.
well, it was like 2 years ago, 2 or 3
Yeah.
years ago. Year and I guess year ago.
Yeah.
Um, but I was playing Night in Tunisia. Uh, I've already forgotten it. I played it like this. Um, and I got a comment uh, yesterday saying that's not the right bass line. Uh, 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 I the that thing went off in my brain like, oh, so that's screw you. You're not the right bass line. And
You're
so
not the
like
right.
I started referencing recordings. And I found the one that I found that was closest to what I played was Char Charlie Parker, Miles Davis. The bass line played there. E flat 7, D minor 6th. But I played that versus that.
Do it
And
again.
I'm
Oh.
so I skipped the third and added the flat 7th. Um, and I'm not sure how much trouble that would get me in. Uh,
Trouble with who, man?
like on a gig. Like
Oh, okay.
um like I feel like if you get that, like that is
The main part, yeah.
close enough for government work. Can't
Okay,
say
I
close enough for jazz or you'll get kicked out of class.
Lols. I actually wanted to promote you because it's a very doctor move to have someone like say something about your playing and then you just cite your sources at them. It's a very doctor move.
And so like I'm getting ready to, argue with this person. I clicked on their profile and it said, "Yeah, I'm 13 and I'm that guy." I'm like, oh. The moment you start arguing with a child on the internet, you've lost.
I know.
You've
I will not
lost.
speak to you, youngster.
So, like, well, I've been doing this professionally since before you were born.
Right? As
Which I
long
can,
as you've been alive, man, I've been jazzing.
which is, one of the few times that I can actually say that, which
I
just means I'm getting older. Um,
know. You get to say it more and more. Like it's kind of fun in like a get off my lawn kind of a way.
mhm. um,
Okay, but
Back to it. Back to it.
exactly, like focus Fox. So you're alternating the sixth chord. So in our case, the like C6 chord with a diminished chord. And
Mhm.
are you starting the diminished chord on D flat or D? Like I remember it was based on an octatonic scale. Would you guys call
D.
diminished scales? You on D?
D.
So you start with the whole step.
Yeah. Or B. You could think half step below the tonic.
I mean, sure, you can turn anything you want upside down.
um, and to get back to the whole dominant chord thing,
Oh yeah, right. I forgot about that.
all I do is change one note, and I get G7 exactly.
I'm sorry, I have the giggles because like how many chords can you change one note and get another chord? Like a
So
million.
what that gets me to think, okay, what would this chord plus that note be? Okay, I've got G, B, D, F, and A flat.
Huh?
That's G7 flat 9.
Flat nine. You guys love your flat
Mm-hmm.
nines.
And since diminished chords are symmetrical, and that makes a dominant chord,
Then they all make dominant chords.
yes. And that's, right here, that's the principle of tritone substitution. D flat 7 and G7 share these butter notes.
Butter notes. I
I
love
th-
when you say butter notes.
and I think that's the first butter note drop on the podcast.
Oh, right, because we did it in our jazz class, but not
Mm-hmm.
here. Are you going to explain the butter notes?
No, not today.
Okay. It's a secret. You have to keep listening.
And so this gets me E7, which is the dominant of the relative minor. C major, G7, uh, A minor, E7, and I can build that E7 with notes from. I'm borrowing a note from the C6. So let me talk about that concept, the concept of borrowing. Um,
Yeah,
and this,
because that's different in classical theory too.
yeah, yes.
Ouch! My brain. Okay, continue though. I do want to know.
Um, I call this we can call it six dim borrowing. So what we're doing is we're borrowing notes from the neighbors, from neighboring chords on either side. So I can borrow notes from this diminished chord or this diminished chord if I'm on this C6. Um, that's a nice way for me to get either new chord voicings or interesting inner voice movement. Like that move that I play all the time. To me, that's just C6, but I'm borrowing these two notes from this diminished chord. Following
Yeah, I'm following. In a classical theory, I would be like, it's a cluster chord and then peace out for the day. Okay, but I think I figured out a little bit of my hang up. Can you please tell me like the application for this? Like why do I want to like bend my brain to you weird jazzers and your stupid notation? Tell me why.
So, I guess this is really only for chording instruments. Like if you're not chording, like this has little to do with what you're um
That's okay. I'm willing to visit Guitar Land for a moment.
or
Like
arranging. Like these ideas are great for arranging.
would they be applicable to like improv or not so much?
Improvising like comping. Like I use these all the time. Like when I'm accompanying people. Uh,
Okay, but like I would never use them in Flute Land unless I was like running my looper pedal and making harmonies for myself.
Correct. I
Okay.
don't think it's possible. Uh,
Okay. I mean, I know I couldn't play them at the same time, but like I arpeggiate chords up and down all the time. And I've done it in a stairwell too when I didn't have a pedal to try to like keep the notes going as long as possible so I could get as close as I could to playing a chord. That was a fun day.
I stand corrected. It is possible. Um,
But still, like like you're playing a jazz tune, when are you going to use this?
I'll use my favorite example of the sixth diminished scale.
Thank
Fly
you.
Me to the Moon
Okay.
melody. That's right down a C major scale. So what happens if I put this note on top and complete the chord? I use this for chord melody. And here's an idea. I can use that chord to get to the next sixth diminished scale. F sixth diminished. So I'm using those sixth diminished patterns that I've practiced. And it's like plug and play chord melody.
Okay. Sorry, that great podcast comment. I'm sitting here thinking and nodding. Okay. So what you're doing in like my language is basically like passing chords or color chords. And then you like hit the actual changes, every couple measures or like whatever the harmonic rhythm is. But you are just being like fancier. And I guess I feel like those kind of cluster chords with the extra notes or the borrowed notes or like whatever you want to call them, give it a jazzier sound. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Um, I could borrow in one particular voice, like so I'm borrowing above in the tenor voice. And where would that be? Right here? No, that would be uh and then ooh,
Dude, you're making the jazz faces hard.
jazz face. Reminds me of the
Yeah.
Jimmy Bruno
Dude,
video.
you all do it. You make the jazz face. It's like so you'd think that you'd be making this like, yeah, I'm a cool cat face, but instead it's more like a I'm real constipated face.
Oh,
Like like the eyebrows are down and the mouth is like forward and anyways. Okay, so I have what might be a stupid question, but I would like to ask it anyways. Permission to
no,
be the bozo for a moment?
you don't need my permission for anything.
Yeah. Okay. You heard it here, folks. No, I wanted to know if it ever like if you want to think about this like one voice at a time. Because the flutist in me is like, I feel like if you just wrote out the like four voices that you're using or whatever and you did it linearly, it would like make so much more sense to me.
I think that could work. Yeah. Um, I think that would be a good idea. Is that your question? Or are you asking
Oh,
me to do that?
well, I was asking you if like that occurred to you because that in my head, I'm just like, I must have this. But then I thought like maybe that's a stupid flute player thing to say. And like you harmonic instruments would never do that.
No, it's like I'm thinking like I'm trying to think like tenor voice, like specifically here with the chord shapes that I've practiced 10,000 times. So like a lot of these are this one's very unfamiliar to me. Like I don't know what the hell that is.
I'm not
Um,
sure what that is either.
Probably some sort of E7 flat
It
flat nine.
does get really, really hard to label jazz chords sometimes.
And I think that's the crux of the Barry Harris idea. Stop like trying to label this. It's just this with a bar. Um,
So I get that. And like, that's very cool. But until you have a lot of experience, like, how do you know which note is the borrowed notes? You know what I mean? Like, there's only seven notes in every scale. And I know in like Jazzland, you guys add a bunch of chromaticism, but like, you could just be like, oh, this is this chord with this note changed, or this is this chord with this note changed. And you can like go in whatever direction you want. And so I guess maybe is there a right direction or can you label it whatever you want?
um, I I think unfortunately the right and wrong directions are learned on the bandstand, whether you
Mm-hmm.
get something thrown at you or not. Uh,
It took me a second because I thought, you say like, oh, they threw me this like really hard chart and I had to like do it or whatever. But you meant like
no,
thrown like a tomato in the face or a flip-flop to the face.
yeah, yeah. I've
Of
I've been on both ends.
the flip-flop throwing?
Yes.
Oh,
On
who did
on
you throw a flip-flop at?
guitar player who was getting way into my bass range.
So you just like flip-flop him. And how do you know that he understands that as like play higher pitches?
You don't. And uh,
This is where the teaching, like, that's bad foot pedagogy. Oh, is there like a podiatrist pedagogy joke that's like shoe related? No, that's too hard.
I can't quite put my foot on it.
That was lovely. Okay, so choice, my friends. Either do you want to like help me break this down in like a more melodic fashion, or do you want to like save it for a future episode? You know what I mean? Like there's benefits to having like bite-sized learning bits too.
Mhm.
Anyways, what do you think?
I'll save the melodic ideas for a future episode, but I
Hey,
do want to touch on like one more thing that I use the sixth diminished scale for,
please. Yes.
as just a guitar player. So, playing chords on the guitar like, closed voice root position. It feels like that. This is what I was trying to play.
That's a very widespread on the fingies too.
Oh yeah, and it only gets worse.
This is why I don't practice guitar very much. My fingies cannot do this.
This
They're
is
short.
this is a dumb chord. This is stupid.
Yeah.
So on the
Also, I noticed that you're like not having to use your thumb or anything to like put pressure on it because it's electric, right?
well, I'm using my entire arm,
Oh, to like pull it at you.
and then this arm is pushing the neck of the guitar into my uh, left hand.
That's fun. We do that on flute too. You use your like right hand to like push it into your chin so it's like wedged in there.
Hmm. And my thumb is right, thumbs up.
Thumbs up.
Um, but those voicings that are so easy on the piano, or not so easy, but a lot easier than this
Like
nonsense.
from a physical perspective,
Yeah.
yeah.
Um, real hard to do on the guitar. So we have to reorganize how the notes are arranged, and like how do you do that? Like how do you pick what's what? You gotta, like, I think I have to categorize. So this is, C6, root third, fifth, sixth. And in some textbooks, they call this drop two.
I've heard drop two, but I don't know what it means.
All right, I will. This is my favorite example. That's a C6 arpeggio. C major Garkechbigo, I am told. Uh, it's from the Squizgar Squigelf Advanced Finger Wizard Masterclass.
What a killer name.
He's the world's fastest guitarist.
Oh,
He's also not a real person, he's a cartoon character.
hilarious. But he still has a class.
The Advanced Finger Wizard Masterclass.
Okay.
Uh, um, so, what a drop voicing is we'll give each note a voice. Voice 1, 2, 3, 4. Soprano, alto, tenor. And now that I have a doctor here, is this baritone or bass?
Oh, I mean, I call it bass. If you're doing like four-part writing, the only thing like baritone is the voice part that's like in between bass and tenor, but I've never heard it used to like label a part.
Yeah, like that just doesn't feel very bass to me. Like that.
Because it's not low enough.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So
I mean, you call it whatever you want, dude. This I'm not upset about. You can call this the voice like whatever you want.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Okay.
Drop 2 literally means you drop voice 2 down an octave.
Oh.
So this becomes this. And instead of having to play the chord like this, for audio only, my hand is stretched out unreasonably.
Yeah, like it looks like you've been in some sort of accident.
I can play it like this, and I just put one finger on my guitar.
Eh.
Um,
So same notes, you just change the voicing.
yes,
Do you always do it with the second voice no matter what pitch is assigned to the second voice?
yes, that's what classifies it as a drop 2.
Okay.
One way that I like to think about how to get the other inversions is each note goes to the next available note. So C to E, E to G, G to A to C. C to E, E to G, G to A to C. That's I've got my fingers on both of those chords
Hmm.
for the audio onlys. So these are your drop two voicings. And for the pianists, somebody would probably tell you got to do it in all 12 keys. Um, there's arguments to be had about that. We're guitar players, or I'm a guitar player, so the shapes are all the same. Boom, did it all the keys.
I know, right? Oh,
However, we do have some things that are different. Like if I wanted to play this chord on the middle strings, it's not the same chord, but it's the same hand shape. I've got to adjust.
because that's stupid B string.
So I practice my drop voicings on the available string sets. So I'll go through, sixth diminished scale, drop to top string set, sixth diminished scale, drop to middle string set, sixth diminished scale, drop to bottom string set. And now I have it available as drop twos, no matter where I am on the guitar. And so, another beautiful thing about the guitar is I'm playing one of the E strings. The guitar has two E strings. So if this is a C6, just put this finger on the other E string. It's also C6. And the math works out that it's still that it's a drop 3. And for my students, I say, source, trust me, bro.
Trust me, bro. That's a bozo move right there.
But since the doctor is here, we can check our work. So if I move this note up an octave and then play all of the notes, 1, 2, 3, 4, that's a drop 3. So I've got to play my drop 3s. I probably have, this chord available here. I do. This one sucks.
I wish you could see you guys. The stink face is strong with this one.
And here happened again. The thing happened again. I've got an E string. So now I have even more chords. This happens to be a drop 2 and 4. I have them on this string set. Is that right? Yeah. Um, and I got this set, which I call extra wide. So I have all of these different chords, and I noticed a pattern. If I utilize the sixth diminished scale, if I play a drop 2, and then play a drop 3, these notes are moving exactly in contrary.
And contrary motion rocks. That is something that we agree on in classical theory. If you can have two lines going in different directions, good job writing.
Mm-hmm. So, what if I could find some smaller chords that I could, keep going the other way? So, I just took a triad out of the sixth diminished scale. Nope. I already forgot what I did. Basically, I landed here. I can take the elements of this chord, So thirds, fifths, and triads. The sixth diminished scale. I'm thinking. The hell is this third? I don't know. Barry Harris calls it a diminished third. Because I'm just skipping every other note in the scale. So if I'm here, start here. And so now I have a system to play contrary on the guitar
Okay. I like it.
in all of the possible six, well, chord scales of chords. Um, Figuring it out is gonna sound really stupid. Is the easy part. That was the easy part.
Really? What was the hard part?
Trying to figure out how to play all of this effectively. Like this is it. This is my white whale. This is my life's work.
Like how to play it effectively in a technique sense or in an application to your music sense?
Yes.
Okay.
Uh, so practical practice. Well, it's probably not practical. Like, why am I wasting my time with this nonsense? But it's a lot of this going back and forth between chords.
And that's what Barry Harris was missing in his teaching video. I'm glad that you teach it with the like you're doing like one move at a time
Mm-hmm.
until it feels familiar and then you add on the next move. Okay, I have a bone to pick with this really quick before we have to wrap.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Number one, it's silly of you guys to add like numbers to voicings when we already have numbers for chords and scale degrees. Like you're muddying the waters. And it's worse because you passed up the opportunity to call it a dropped deuce. Why would you do that? Also, it's like pedagogically better because it's a different type of terminology for the like different use of the numbering system. You should tell everyone to do this.
I'm so upset that
You
I
should
never
be.
thought of that. Drop deuce.
Drop
That's
trace.
drop tray. Uh, I mean, a drop ace would just
Yeah.
be like an inversion.
Or like the drop quad.
Uh,
I don't know what the fourth voice would be.
yeah.
It doesn't matter. I don't care if the system breaks down. You should have used it anyways. Okay, and then the other thing that I was going to say is that I think the way you teach shapes is really cool. And even though like I am a flute player and it will not help me from like guitar perspective, like what I know, that's a really, really smart way to make playing things in all 12 keys super easy. And so, because the whole point of that is that you have stuff under your fingers when it's
Mm-hmm.
time to play instead of like working it out on the fly because you've practiced these patterns. And I think like putting them as shapes, top drawer do. You're going to do that in your curriculum, right? In your membership?
Absolutely.
Yay.
I tried to have the perfect marriage of theoretical knowledge as well as practical shape-based playing.
Approved. Good job.
Um, so that's basically I shared with you my life's work. I'm trying to master the contrary motion on the guitar. Um,
Yeah, that's
just
awesome.
to use that while improvising and like improvising a chord melody with that, like that's like some piano stuff. And like
Mm-hmm.
I tell my students, whenever somebody says, "Hey, you should learn how to play piano. It'll help your guitar playing." I got into the guitar to play the guitar, not to learn how to play the piano.
Right? That I got that with jazz all the time. Until you taught me jazz, everyone was like, "Yeah, here's a saxophone or here's a guitar." And I was like, "No, I refuse." So I learned nothing.
uh, yeah, do what you want, or I guess do it, lady. All of
I
it,
will.
all on your birthday. Only if you want. Um, that's my spiel. So
I loved it. I loved it. It helped me a lot. Sometime in the future, I would love it if we like chat about it like on a linear, especially because you're thinking about like voice leading. I feel like there's an in there that maybe even the guitar players would be interested in. But I want that. But yeah, I love it. It's much clearer after we chatted.
cool. That's what I wanted.
Yeah.
So I guess in the words of international master Levy Rosman, uh, get out of here.